Welcome back to the channel. As I mentioned in my first look video of the V100, I had started buying parts early to transform the V100 to my liking. Disclaimer, some of what I did is somewhat experimental, as I'm not sure yet if I will like it or will it perform to what I imagined it should do. That said, let's take a look at 10 modifications I did already, one that I reversed already, and what I'm hoping to accomplish in the future once the aftermarket catches up. Starting from the back, number 1. I replaced the stock grab bars with a design from Hepco and Becker that goes around the tail of the bike. Installation is straightforward as both options are held in place with 2 bolts on each side. I am not sure which version I like better aesthetically, but as I'm planning to carry a tailback on the pillion seat for touring, it gives me much better flexibility for mounting options. I will not get the Moto Guzzi luggage option for now, based on my experience with the V85 and the current exhaust setup on the V100. Number 2. I changed the stock seat for the heated Moto Guzzi comfort seat that not only looks aesthetically better, but should come in very handy in the colder months. As I am riding all the way to temperatures of 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 5 degrees Celsius for my European friends, it was important to me to add this option, as I already knew from the V85 that the heated grips made a huge difference in cold weather riding. Number 3. While standard on the S model, I installed the Moto Guzzi quick shifter for good measure. It is one of these features, once you start using it, you just can't go back. Number 4. As with all water-cooled bikes, a Radiator Guard is a 110% must, period. In my case, I went with the Evotech option, as they are proven on all of my current and previous bikes for ease of installation and function. In case of the V100, it could not have been any easier. All you have to do is unscrew one bolt and it slides right into place. Highly recommended. Number 5. A skid plate from Hepco and Becker that aesthetically matches the grey and black setup and is intended to provide a bit more protection for the painted engine case. Number 6. Bar and mirrors. I never seem to like the stock mirror setup on my bikes, and the V100 is no exception here. Luckily, AF1 Racing is offering a customized tailored solution directly aimed at the bar end setup of Moto Guzzis. The changeover could not have been any easier, with removing the stock mirrors and then replacing the stock bar ends with the ones provided by AF1. Although one side gave me a bit of trouble due to once again overtorqued bolts from the factory. Number 7. Plugins for the stock mirror holes. Not much to say here, a aesthetically pleasing solution from TST Industry to cover the leftover of the stock mirror setup. Number 8. A USB port for the dash. Why this was not included from the factory is a bit puzzling to me on a $20,000 bike, but oh well. I paid the $25 to have the amenity. At least it was a straightforward plug-and-play installation. You remove 2 bolts from the dash cover, insert the USB port, and connect it to the bike without any fuss. Number 9. A Shorty Windscreen. This one is not intended for long-distance touring, but rather for my local rides to make it look more appealing in the process. If any of you have a taller windscreen installed specifically for touring, I'd love to hear from you as of how effective they are versus stock. Let me know in the comments below. Last but not least, number 10. Front axle pucks for a bit more protection, once again from Evotech. Super simple to install, you just slide them through the axle and tighten the nuts on both sides. And that is it for now as far as modifications go. On top of my list for future modifications is to get rid of the stock exhaust setup. I already made no secret that I don't like the way Moto Guzzi set up the headers and the catalytic converter, aka boat anchor, underneath the bike. as neither is visually pleasing nor helping with weight. I have yet to see any of the heavy hitters to come out with a solution other than a different cat bag. And spoiler alert, the factory one from Moto Guzzi looks in my book much better than any solutions so far offered and still sounds very good, making a replacement pointless. Why Agostini, Mistral and the other likes have yet to come out with a complete system replacement is a bit puzzling to me. If I were to guess, I would say it has to do with tuning, which brings me to the one mod that I already reversed. I actually replaced the stock cat bag with a exhaust tip that I still had from my Kawasaki H2. While it looked amazing and really showed the full glory of the rear wheel, it was a few millimeters too wide to slip onto the stock catalytic converter. While this would have been solvable with some German engineering, the fact that the bike did not like to run well without the factory cat bag tells me that it is rather sensitive to any changes made. So far I found one company that offers a straight piped replacement for the catalytic converter underneath the bike, but with a strong disclaimer that the bike's ECU has to be flashed and tuned after, underlining my suspicion. Funny thing is, I did the same thing on my Moto Guzzi V85 with great results, as you can see in my V85 muffler delete video. Well, not this time. Until next time, happy tinkering, keep it on 2, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.